lot of people that contact us or reached out to us are in foreclosure situations. Someone that just got a Lis Pendens letter from a bank that the foreclosure process is starting. What are a few options that they have in order if, say, they want to stay in their house, they want to get rid of the foreclosure? If they can, they don't want their credit completely destroyed. What are some options that they have?
One of them would be you could do a loan, a refinance with the property. So you can come, find me, retain me.
Should you find an attorney right away as soon as you get served a Lis Pendens?
If you want to keep the property or you want to structure it differently with the bank, yes.
Okay.
Especially in Duval County. As soon as you get a Lis Pendens, I think one of the first things is you need to evaluate, what do I want to do with the property? Do I want to sell? Is there equity in the property? Mm-hmm. If there's equity in the property and you can't make a payment, why not just get out while you can, delay the foreclosure?
Great advice right there.
Yeah, just, you get out. I mean,
Yeah.
really, and then you can get your money. That is one step. If you do want to keep it, I think you have to start thinking about whether you can make those payments. And an interesting avenue I've been figuring out is, will there be like a third-party lender you can go apply to that may not drag the process on of loan modification? Because let's say you had Wells Fargo and you didn't pay and you want to structure and refinance with your Wells Fargo loan. Well, as far as my understanding goes, Wells Fargo doesn't have an incentive to really move the file because they're not making fees from the file. So one of the things you could do is you can go to a third party like TD Bank and maybe say, hey, can you pay off this Wells Fargo thing? I'll do a loan structuring finance with you, and maybe I can have lower payments for however long.
It's complicated for the average person. Should they still, in that situation, should they reach out to a foreclosure defense attorney to have those talks for them?
If they wish to do that.
Yeah.
And the only problem and downside with doing it is if they had the money to pay the lawyer to actually do the process. Because we've seen far too often that they want to do it, but they haven't paid their mortgage. So are they going to pay the lawyer?
Unlikely.
Right. And that's where we say, look, if there's equity in this, we're willing to help with the foreclosure defense, and you don't have to put anything down because the court file's already been open. So we'll say, hey, we'll help you with the foreclosure defense, and we'll pull anything we do, our fees, out of the closing. So it helps the homeowner, it helps the situation.
Absolutely.
It helps them save money too. And there have been situations where it's about to go to a sale, and maybe they get an offer from an investor, and they're thinking, well, it's going to sale. What do we do? Can we cancel the sale, reschedule the sale? And if you do have a contract, you can go to the judge, say, look, if this goes forward, this is the situation. They're going to make money off this deal, and by it being not canceled, you're putting them in a position for a public auction where they could lose the money, or there's going to be minimal surplus.
That's great advice, and I've never heard it put that way exactly, to where if you get served a Lis Pendens and there's equity in the house, you have options. Your options are hiring a foreclosure defense attorney if you want to keep the house. Your options are selling the house for sale by owner or with an agent, or selling to an investor who's going to, of course, pay you a little less, but can get it done like that and can get you some of your equity out. They're going to take some of it. Any route you go, they're going to take some of the equity for the services they're providing you, but you have options.